So last week we worked on going to open guard, being able to attack, you know, not just kind of sitting in a closed guard and holding position, actually going after it and going after the attack. So we're here. I get with Corey. He grabs his cuff grips or whatever grips he likes. He shrimps, gets his knees to the center, gets to open guard. Boom, gets here. It is working to be able to attack from here. Realize no one ever goes to open guard just to hang out here. So Corey's going to grab his wrist grips or his cuff grips or do something to get to a position I don't appreciate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step up with one of my feet. I got to decide which leg I like to step up with. For me, that's my left leg. And I'm going to kind of sit that right underneath his butt and use that leg to get some posture here. So once I get here, I'm going to make two good grips on the inside of his legs. My finger wrapped right now, so this grip's going to not be very good today. But boom, we get our grips on the inside of the knees here, not on the outside. If I'm on the outside, I don't have a ton of control, and I don't have the inside track here. I'm looking to get grips on the inside of the knees, or if I'm pajama free, like a couple of you guys today, I'm looking to get control of his shin bones here, all right? With those kind of crap hand grips. Pop. Boom. As soon as we get here, I'm going to look for my stack pass. So both of my hands are going to dive underneath. I'm going to look to scoop Corey up and drive him over his shoulders here, putting all my weight right on the back of Corey's neck. I'm going to let go for just a second because I like Corey. We just rolled a bunch. But I'm either trying to grab both my hands in a decent little lock, or I'm trying to reach across and grab for the collar. If you want to add a little bit of pressure, you can go for the collar. If you're looking for more control, I like to just squeeze the legs here. Now, you can choose to pass either side. If you grab the collar, you're passing to that hand though. So if I reach cross collar, I'm going this way. If I reach with this hand, I'm going this way. Boom. I stack, walk, 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 and I don't let his legs walk past me until my knees can drop and be in position where I want them. On Tuesday, a lot of you guys were like two-stepping and then kind of throwing his legs past. And you weren't dropping into position. So when I'm in this stack pass, I get here, I walk, 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 walk. I don't let anything go by until I know that knee's at the shoulder, that knee's at the hip, and boom, I can drop into side control, already in position, already in control of where he's at. I don't want to let those legs go past my head till I get him. Does that make sense? A lot of you guys were kind of throwing the legs way too early on Tuesday. All right? Questions on this?
When you do decide to grab the collar and you say go to the opposite side, is that because you might be able to choke from it?
Yeah, that's because your hand's set for the choke. So like if I'm here and I go bop, 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 I start walking this way. The reason I'm going to keep a hold of this is because I have that paper cutter choke already in place. Now, for a good guy, it's going to be fairly hard to finish because all he's got to do is touch your elbow and it relieves a lot of the pressure. But it can be a great distraction while you pass, can be a great threat to make him move and make a mistake, can be a great opener. You know, it's kind of like we talk about all the time, I got to get him moving first. If he just shells up like this, it's really hard to get an attack off. But if I can use that choke to get him to shrimp, to get him to open up, to get him to extend his arms, it can open up my game pretty quickly. Other questions on this?
Here's my foot. Okay, bro.
So boom, I'm here. Corey grabs wrist grips, he shrimps, boom, gets here to that open guard. I don't like that because he's going to start to do things like that. So boom, I posture up, get control of the knees. As soon as I have that control, I dive both hands in, walk him up, stack, pass him. Walk, walk, walk. Get my knees in position, boom, settle into side control. Any questions on that? All right, more experienced guys, grab some of the less experienced guys, let's drill her out. So now I get here with Corey. He's cool at jiu-jitsu, he shrimps, he gets to his side, he gets to open guard, he tries to start putting his feet on my hips. I go to sit up here, I get good posture. Well, let's say for whatever reason I don't like that double underpass. It just So we're here. Instead of trying to go double under, we're gonna look to stand up. So with my outside foot, I'm gonna step up here. And I'm gonna look to control Corey's legs and get them as pushed to his chest as I can here. Now, generally I'm gonna look to step one side or the other. For me, I'm gonna look to step with that front foot towards the opposite hip. So if I have this foot forward, I'm gonna step it to the opposite hip, step my other foot out to the side. As soon as that foot hits the outside, we push Corey's knees across and come to knee on belly. So we're here. If I'm this foot in front, I step that foot as close to the hip as I can, step that other foot outside, drive his knees across, coming tight to knee on belly. Couple details for your knee on belly. You want your foot tucked as tight to his hip as you can. If I end up leaving my foot hanging out, Corey's gonna hook that, get me off knee on belly. 2, if I have my foot pointed straight across Corey's belly, I'm keeping great control of him, but I don't have great pressure. If I drive my foot or my knee pointed towards his head, I have great pressure, I just don't have good control. So you want to find that balance for yourself. Are you looking to get him to move? Because if I go here, Corey's going to move, because that sucks a lot, right? But if I'm here, Corey's pretty comfortable. He doesn't have to move here. I can score my points, but he doesn't have to move, right? Here, has to move, right? So determine where you want control versus motion, right? Other than that, looking to keep bottom hand cupping the hip, top hand either on the collar or cupping the shoulder. I'm generally a shoulder guy, but I know some guys like to cup that collar and start setting up chokes here. Also a good option. Questions on standing tornado pass?
All right, can you just walk through when you release the knees and then what order?
Yeah, so I'm doing this all at once, but I'm going to explain it as steps.
Yeah, okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
So
What about your right hand? When does that release?
whenever I want.
Okay.
At that point, I can keep it, and a lot of guys will use it to turn.
Okay.
Some guys will use it as a turning mechanism. Some guys will let it go right away. They'll let it go as soon as that knee connects. And as soon as I have knee on belly, that hand on the knee is a choice. So as I'm here, I'm moving. I'm trying to step past 1, 2, 3. I can keep that and use it to turn Corey because I want that arm. That kind of forces that hip up, boom, and I can start, attacking more there. Or if he's getting real squirrely, like Corey starts to really move, I can pull that up and keep his foot off the ground so he doesn't have a post. Or if I go completely, keep my hand on the hip, start motion elsewhere. So that hand on the knee is kind of a choice at that point. Letting go of that other one, you want to have that as you're stepping your knee across. So as we're here, bop, bop. Other question. What? So now I'm here. Corey gets feet to hips. He's trying to control my posture. He's trying to do all these things. Boom. I get up. I get my leg posted, right? Let's say for whatever reason, we don't want to stand up, but we don't want to double under pass, right? Let's just say both of those aren't good options for us for some reason, right? Instead, we're going to keep either our shin grips or our knee in grip here. And I'm going to go shin grip here. I'm going to look to push Corey's knee in. I'm going to look to weave him over, staple, and scoop. So I'm here, here, here. So stapling, bottom leg, scooping, back leg, posting our back foot up as soon as that happens. Here. Nice part is when you get here, we have a few different options. One, I can make Corey do the splits because I'm a nice guy. I won't do that to Corey. But I can scoop the head. I'm going to take the leg off my shoulder. I'm going to scoop the head, back step, and okay? So I'm here. I got control here. I'm going to push the knee down, scoop his shoulder, staple that leg across. As soon as that staple hits, we come back leg up. Because I like Corey, I'm gonna let his leg come off my shoulder. Generally, you keep it on the shoulder to, you know, aim, jerk, whatever it is. Boom, you stretch Corey out, scoop the head. I like to turn his shin away with my shoulder there. Going to back step, exit that leg, push him back over, escape the hand. All right. Let you scoop away, Jordan. You're bendy. That's what you get. Being gonna be. Boom. Jordan grabs his grips here. I don't appreciate that. Boom. I get here. It's like, man, I don't really like what's going on. So boom, I staple, step, scoop. Now with Jordan, I can actually stretch him. So I'm gonna look to scoop and stretch him out. As soon as I get here, I back step, escape my foot out, come over, and if you're in a points tournament, you have to escape your hand here to score. So make sure you don't forget that. All right, take that hand out from the middle. Yeah, it can be in some danger as well. We have someone, especially like Jordan, who will scoop up that first try. Questions on this one though? One more time. Jordan grabs his grips. I'm like, hey, I don't appreciate that. I start to posture, and I get here. As soon as I can, I'm going to turn that leg down, staple. Step my back leg up, look for that scoop. As soon as I scoop, I turn his chin, back step, half the leg, knee in the hip, take the hand. Questions? Yes. So like if Jordan goes up on a good bite here, like he goes first. Yeah, if he goes to bite there, yeah, if I can get that off a failed triangle. But a lot of times you'll end up in that like high guard. Like if Jordan goes real high guard here, he goes to bite there and he goes to swing for that triangle. That's not a bad idea. Like I said, there's a lot of positions you can end up in this leg staple. It's going through it out of each. Yeah.
Here, and you're trying to, like I said,
Yeah, I'd have that grip.
if I went to, not necessarily spider, but try to keep your bicep here so you can't swim under, are you addressing that before you do anything else here?
Because
Like, how are you addressing
I don't want to come knee up until I get this broken. For me, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to drive your knee straight to the chest here.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know,
What happened there?
so Jordan's asking if he holds on to this grip real heavy, what do you do, right? Because some guys are Corey. If Corey decides he has a grip, he has a grip, right? Like I just have to handle that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start driving pressure in with both knees still down, so that way I can look to either swim it under or force enough pressure that he lets go of that hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Then once I'm there, then I can pass. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other questions? Drill it out. 1, 2. So, once again, Jordan's nice and bendy. He goes here. I don't appreciate it. Boom. I come up. I get my grips, right? So, boom. I'm here. I'm working. I move him over. Staple that one down. Step up. And I scoop this up. Well, let's say I try to go this way. And for whatever reason, it's just not working. I just can't seem to get good control here. All we're going to look to do is I'm going to look to, almost like I'm pressure passing again, I'm going to look to come forward and pass Jordan's leg right in front of him. Boom. That's going to put me into leg drag. I like leg drag a lot. It is the best version of choose your own adventure where he dies. If Jordan tries to kick me back and off of him, I get a fun amount of leg locks. If Jordan tries to go to his belly, I get his back. If Jordan tries to shuffle away and try to kind of shrimp and do stuff like that, I can take him out. So I really like this position because you can get to a lot of really good spots out of it. In worst case, you just take side control. So boom, I get to the same position, I get to this staple, boom, I use that stretch, pass the leg in front, Like I said, for those of you who are prone to gift wrapping like Corey, you can gift wrap, start to force into his belly. A lot of options there. Play with it a little bit, see what you like. 90% the same move. Once you get to here, boom, it's just, hey, I don't want to reach up and pass. Boom, I want to pass the leg in front of me. Questions on that? All right, chill her out. 1, 2, 3.